This is a channel where you can just vent, speak your mind, and be yourself so really and expeditiously. And it's dealing with a whole lot of positive issues. And it may contain content and language which may be too real and not suitable for a lot of adults and some kids under 18. You didn't pay no money, so it's no need for you acting funny. And don't you dare be silent. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Raw, uncut, and no filter. With the bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Cause when they made him, they broke the mold. Now it's time to enjoy. Raw, uncut, and no filter.
No one can do it better.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
Talk to me. Say something.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it even.
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and many and millions of y'all all in and around the world. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, with no filter. I'm your host, that bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, and coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to speak what I feel, yell out what's real. No bull, no lies, no acts, no slacks, just straight facts. Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made me, they broke the mold. And there'll never be another me, Carlos Stargell, the last.
Ever again.
Yeah, how y'all doing today? I'm alright if y'all alright. I'm about to tell y'all the weather. Just give me 1 second, y'all. The high now is 7. I mean, it's not. I ain't gonna say it's not high. But right now it's 76 degrees as we speak. Outside in Burlington, North Carolina. To be honest with you, the high today is about 81 degrees. The low was 54 this morning. Tomorrow's low is going to be 58. Same temperature, same high tomorrow. It's going to be 58. It's going to be 81 degrees. And as they say, partly cloudy. We will see. They say we're supposed to be expecting some rain the weekend. Lord have mercy. I want to give shout outs to everybody whose birthday today, September the 10th.
Happy birthday, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. And may God bless you with many, plenty, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, and I want to give my shout outs and love to everybody all around the world, all across the country, and mainly Atlanta, Georgia, the surrounding Atlanta area, and the whole state of Georgia.
Rap jump a little bit right here.
Okay, y'all. Just wanted to elaborate about something last night. It wasn't nothing tragic. Honestly, it was all good.
Talk to me. Say something.
Man, I got a chance to talk to 2 of my cousins yesterday. They my second cousins, but I love them. I love them to pieces. I was talking to my cousin with my namesake, Carlos, and then heard my other cousin. I ain't heard from my cousin in a while. And I was like, man, what the you been? I was just so glad to hear from. I was glad to hear from both of them, but just hearing from that one cousin who I ain't heard from, but who we've been wondering and worrying about. Man, it was like a breath of fresh air just to hear his voice. And honestly, both of them's voice. To be honest with you, because I mean, come on now, life's getting short now. Everybody, I mean, people falling off this earth like flies and all this. So we got to do better, people. We really do. We really got to really be acting on one accord and keep following those basic instructions before leaving this earth. Oh shit. Excuse me, hold on. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean, people? Y'all know what I mean?
Talk to me. Say something.
Yeah, but like I was saying, thank God they got my number and I got theirs. Cause guess what? I really need to see both of them, to be honest with you. Cause like I said, now I'm glad one of my cousins, that was one who actually met Veronica. And you know, when I told Veronica he was on the phone, she was happy. I mean, like I said, it was like a breath of fresh air because we sure was thinking him. He sure was on our mind real heavy, and that's on the real.
Talk to me. Say something.
I mean, sometimes, like another cousin of mine told me. He told me I was on his mind so much, and when we saw each other at Walmart when I was in Georgia, man, I'm gonna say one word about that.
Priceless.
Yeah, it was priceless. Because anytime you see family or anybody you know and love, I'm gonna say that one word again.
Priceless.
Yeah, you gotta make the best of everything you do, and that's on the real. Especially with family. And I'm gonna say this too. It's not easier, and it's easier said than done. And some people it's just plain hard. But a lot of stuff that we went through with our family, we got to put that on the back burner. We got a lot of that
Sugar honey iced tea.
we got to let go for real. But you got some that's so stubborn, they don't want to let go. That's why I always say we really, really need to be. That's why I say we really need to do better and just act on one accord. What's so hard about that?
Talk to me. Say something.
I mean, that's what the system wants us to do. The system wants us to fail. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I really feel about the system. To hell with the system. That's how I feel about it. And then, like I say, but when we show how we feel, when we express how we feel and whatever, and it don't bring mass appeal to them. What it really happens? Guilt. The guilt started showing. Then they try to say to manipulation. Guess what? People don't do that no more. You know why? Because people like us done got so hip to where we know reality bullshit.
Talk to me. Say something.
And we are sick and tired of co-signing it. And that's on the real.
Rap to 'em a little bit right here.
And like I say, when we express ourselves, they try to silence us by locking us in a 4x5 cell or trying to put us 6 feet under in a pine box.
Talk to me. Say something.
And we sick and tired of that mess, and then they be the main ones that do all that dirt. And they think they might not can't go to jail on earth, but guess what? God see everything. And guess what? Karma's a B-I-B-I-T. With spiked heels and gasoline draws with a hole in the middle.
No one can do it better.
Rap to 'em a little bit right
I got a lot of good shit.
Talk to me. Say something.
Yep, and that is so true. But then check this out. But when something bad do happen, they be the first ones they be on call. They try to call on is Jesus.
Jesus ain't gonna save your ass.
And that's on the real. So quit trying to do wrong during the week and then go to church trying to get repentance.
Still going to hell.
And I'm just keeping it real.
Talk to me. Say something.
Not trying to sound difficult, but it's time. There's a lot of y'all need to set y'all alarm clock and wake up. But what I'm about to tell y'all, in a few seconds. Okay, y'all. I was watching that ESPN this morning, and they were showing police cam about how they arrested Tyreek Hill. You know what? I don't blame the brother. Enough is enough with this so-called law. They think just because they wear a badge, they think they can just do and say whatever though. Especially to people like us. Well, guess what? They sold their badge for the ones who's trying to do right, who stand behind it.
Talk to me. Say something.
But I'm gonna say this right here too. I'm not gonna say all law, the stuff. I ain't gonna say, but I'm gonna say this. But you got some people who call themselves the law that really make the law look bad. But I'm gonna say this too. But when you come at their ass with street justice, then they wanna feel all stupid and act out on hurt feelings and wanna cry out. We have laws for that. Well, guess what? Yes, y'all do got laws for that.
Until the shit fail.
Talk to me. Say something.
And like I say, ain't nothing they can tell me what I already know. Because in my heart and from the depths of my soul, I already know.
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
Yep, yes, I'm a witness. But I'm saying this right here too. They, like I said, they don't like people like us to speak out or speak up. They want us silence. Thinking that if we silence, they ain't gonna, you put it like this. They think they can just say or do whatever. Well, guess what? Not a damn thing get accomplished when you silent.
Talk to me. Say something.
Cause on the real for real, I'm gonna tell you about me. You don't underestimate me. I might not say nothing directly to them, but guess what? I'm not the one to be underestimated. And it's gonna take a special somebody to put y'all ass in check.
Rap tell me a little bit right here.
And when that day happen, y'all gonna be the first one screaming and crying. Oh Lord, help me, Allah. Shut the hell up. For real. You keep doing stuff and they come out, God forgives. Well, God do forgive, but guess what though? Y'all use it as an advantage. Just to use that
Shit.
as a crutch. But just to make yourself look good and cover up the
Bullshit.
that's really going on.
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
And yes, they are. But guess what, though? Forgive me. But if it was up to me, I will nail somebody to the burning cross. But guess what? It ain't up to me. The only one who can do, let me tell you something. Leave it in God's hands. And like I said earlier, karma's up.
B.I.B.I.T.
With spike heels. gasoline draws and with the hole in the middle.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
But I'm just saying, these police, this so-called law, like I said, they doing too much and they get away with too much. And it's time for this to stop, and that's on the real.
Talk to me, say something.
And it will take a special somebody to put all their asses in check.
Rap to him a little bit right here.
But what I'm saying too, and people, we gotta do better too as well. We need to stop all this backbiting, tattling, going at each other's throat, all this animosity, ill feelings and all that. We need to put a cease to a whole lot of that. But I can understand if it's broken, you can't fix it. I can understand that too. But but nothing's impossible, and there is no failure in God.
Talk to me, say something.
No one can do it better.
Y'all know this. Look at me. A lot of people, you can tell. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna ask y'all this, rather. How can you tell? How can y'all tell who's God's children? Even though we all are, but how can you really tell? How can you see the Jesus in them? That's my question. Because I'm gonna say this: a friend of mine, who shall be renamed nameless, because I respect his privacy, but I thank God for this man. When we were in high school, him and some more guys, they told me, and this really literally brought tears to my eyes. I literally got emotional and started crying. They told me, I know you try to fit in because you're around other schoolmates or whatnot. But guess what? You don't have to fit in. Just be yourself. And it's something. Then one said it's something that I know what nobody else know, and I can see it. I said, "What's that, man?" He said, "You need to go back. You need to really get back into the church." He said, "You got too much Jesus in you for you not to be in the church." That, not only that made me smile, but I literally cried when he told me that, because that meant something. A schoolmate tell you that, and it's sincere, that's dynamite.
No one can do it better.
And it wasn't nothing and nobody but God, the Spirit of the Lord, moving him to say that. But he wasn't the only one that said it. It was two or three, more than that probably, but who's counting? But I'm gonna say this too. After graduating high school in '86, a year and a half or two later, I did exactly that. I gave my life to the Lord, and guess what? With no regrets, and it was my choice.
No one can do it better.
And guess what? I tried to strive for righteousness, but it was a certain somebody I knew. I thought I was gonna get support, but all they did was put me down. But when I found out the real deal about him, that's when I lost it. I didn't do nothing physical, but believe me, they ready for that to happen from the words that came out of my mouth, and how I put them, and how I embarrassed them or whatnot. But at the same time, they tried everything in their power to try to get on my good side, but I wouldn't allow them. Every time they tried to talk, I brushed them off. And then they finally gave up, and they told me they weren't gonna call me no more, because every time they called, I said, well, hell, I ain't losing no sleep over them. They can think what they want to say, they can kiss But like I was saying too, and then a couple of years after they said that, they had a friend of mine call and tell me that they didn't have no grudge against me and I shouldn't have no grudge. It wasn't about grudges, animosity, hatred, anger, or revenge, or none of that. That's irrelevant. I said it's about how they thought that they could slick me like a can of oil and couldn't. And I'll let them know nothing they can say or do to get on my good side at that time. The best thing and the best advice for them was for them to keep their distance and stay as far as they can from me. But guess what though? When they asked them could they have my number, y'all already knew my answer. No. But when they got the message that I said no, they had the audacity to ask them, why was I being mean? No, I wasn't being mean. During that time, I just didn't want to be bothered. And plus I was protecting my peace and protecting and keeping them from getting their feelings hurt real bad, because the way I was feeling, I was about to say some sugar honey iced tea that would have hit below the belt. And I would have said some stuff bad enough to make them cry. And I didn't want to go through all that, but I didn't want to resort into doing all that. So that's why I didn't respond every time. Every time she tried to get a message, I didn't respond. And I still don't to this day. I mean, one thing about it, once I'm done, I'm done. It's time, I done moved on to bigger and better and greater things in life. Like I say, I got a new life, a new wife, and a happy life up here in Burlington, North Carolina. So,
How you like me now?
Talk to me, say something.
That's on the real for real. But like I said, man, I thank God for the ones who always been there through thick and thin, whether it's physical or in spirit. And I thank the Lord for the ones who keep me encouraged, keep me smiling, keep me happy, and all that good sugar and iced tea. And plus, I want to thank the Lord for life, health, strength, wisdom, courage, and knowledge.
No one can do it better.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. If it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't know how far I would have made it in life. But thank God I'm here, 56 years old, and here to tell it all.
Talk to me, say something.
Y'all know what time it is. One thing I always say, oh, look what the wind done blew on the live chat.
Hey, mama.
How you doing? You don't finally made it, but it's all good. I'm extending. I ain't about to go yet. I'm extending it just a little bit now. Not too much, but just a little bit. But anyway, how you doing today?
Talk to me, say something.
You good? Everything? Nothing ain't nothing? What they gonna be? Talk to me. Say something. Yeah. Oh, I want to bring up too. Now, I just want to say, man, that was sad about. I mean, I know everybody was. You about to get your feel. You about to get your groove, get your grub on. Great, and I'm glad you're good, man. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. And y'all know what? I still trip out on him every time I saw Claudine the movie, especially when he got lit in the bar talking about, hey, I want to testify. He said, the Lord spoke to me today. And then when he fed, he said, well, what'd he say? He said, baby. He said, yeah, baby. He said, cheer up. It could get worse. So guess what? I cheered up and it got worse. I mean, that movie still tripped me out to this day. That part when he said, baby. I remember every time I see that, I still laugh. And they would get me with the church people be like, baby. I mean, that's your typical church people, sanctified and still not satisfied.
Talk to me. Say something.
But anyway, who am I to judge? I'm just jive talking, but anyway. And then when I was, at first I didn't know he was doing the voice of Darth Vader. And then I said, then again, I'm not surprised either. I mean, he got the voice for it. But I'm just going to say this before I close out. Everybody who people said who I sounded like, they done gone on to glory, y'all. And I'm about to name them. Number one, for starters, Melvin Franklin from the Temptations. Number two, Barry White. Number three, Michael Clark Duncan. Number four, Isaac Hayes. And five, recently, James Earl Jones. Yes, and this is not CNN. This is raw, uncut, and no filter.
Talk to me. Say something.
Well, y'all, it's time for me to go. It's my cue. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, and No Filter. With me, the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, me, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Yeah, and I want to thank my mom for participating on the live chat. Even though she came a little late, better late than never, I'm not going to hold it against you. Thank you for coming in on the live chat. On the real, because guess what? I needed somebody to talk some jive with anyway, but thank you for joining for real. And thank you for the support. And I want to thank all the subscribers and those who haven't subscribed. And if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please hit me on that like and or the subscription bell.
Sure would appreciate it.
And I just want to thank everybody and their mama who just took the time to watch Raw, Uncut, and No Filter. But until the next time, y'all, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means,
Stop. Please behave yourselves. Stop the violence. Increase the peace. Eliminate the hate. Spread a whole lot of more love. Keep following in those basic instructions before leaving Earth. And let's all act on
one accord. So until the next time, y'all, peace. 2 fingers. I'm out of here like last year. Later when you're straighter. Catch you on the next go around. And remember, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gone. That was for Robert Willis and LaWanda Kitchens. Y'all remember when Robert James was singing it in the choir? And I still love that song to this day. And especially when I'm a witness of the Lord. But really, what just got me when they say I'm a witness, especially when they say, I'm a witness with the Lord. I know, don't get me started. Cause guess what? But can't sing it like Robert James though. Deacon Willis. That was I love when he sang that. That I'll be a witness of the Lord. I just wanted to share that. I just want to elaborate and share that with y'all because I really love that song now. Just to let y'all know, even though I like jazz, blues, gospel, I mean, jazz, blues, rock, soul, and all that. First and foremost with me is gospel. Love me some gospel, especially that stomping on the hardwood floors, no air conditioning in the church kind of having gospel music, where they just be stomping their feet. They be like, oh, I ain't gonna say the rest, but until the next time, y'all, hang in there. Peace. I'm gone.